Hey guys, welcome back to Our Hearts Surrendered. My name is Addison and I'm one of the co-hosts of this podcast.
A Lovejoy Jr., Addison Wimbish, has recently created a podcast discussing a multitude of topics involved in faith.
So it's called Our Hearts Surrendered, and it's about living in wholehearted surrender to God in various topics and aspects surrounding Christianity.
Addison's longtime blog has recently found a larger audience using a new form of media.
I had been writing for a blog every week for a while now, about 2 years, and I was just ready to take another step and wasn't sure what that was, but people kept approaching me about starting like a podcast with like no intentions whatsoever, and I just kind of decided to try it on a whim.
Sophie Bellew, a friend of Addison's, was inspired by Addison's blog, and the pair decided to collaborate on a project together.
I had confronted Addie about starting a blog because Addie had a blog called Broken Vessels, and I was really encouraged by her faith, and I wanted to start my own blog. And then Addie asked me if we wanted to start a podcast together instead of doing two separate blogs, and we just got started from there.
Addison and Sophie have grown closer as friends since starting the podcast together.
I met Addie at church 2 years ago, and we'd been kind of mutual friends. We were in the same friend group, and I knew Addie pretty well, but it wasn't until June that we kind of started talking about our podcast, and then after that we became really close friends.
Every week, the pair covers a new topic ranging from patience to spiritual habits to internal struggles.
We do a new episode, like a new topic every week, but we've covered everything from social media, anxieties, just lighthearted things and testimonies, and we've done a lot of interviews recently.
We talk about control. We talk a lot about just our faith and how we can surrender to God every day.
Their podcast has found success with thousands of total listeners so far and more to follow every week.
I would say about 75 to 100. Our interviews get about 100 to 200, but we've hit about 3.5 thousand total.
Addison is planning to continue the podcast every week, but is unsure of what the future holds for her and Sophie. This is Jake Picarillo, Christian Giordano, and George Burris with the Lovejoy News Network.